Good morning. Welcome back with the same topic, that is the derivative. So we are doing second order derivative. Yesterday few questions on second order derivative they were solved. So today this 5.7 exercise is going to be completed. So there are 4 or 5 questions left from this exercise. So let me write the question 9 of this exercise. Y is given as log x. I have to find its second order derivative. So for finding second order derivative, I will differentiate with respect to x. So this will be dy upon dx equal to d upon dx of log of x. So this will equal to derivative of log x, it is 1 upon x, d upon dx of log x, it is 1 upon x. So here, if this considered as whole x, so its derivative will be log of 1 upon log of x into derivative of log x, d upon dx of log x. So this will equal to 1 upon log x into 1 upon x. That means this will equal to 1 upon x log x. So dy upon dx is equal to x log x. So this is first order derivative. So I have to find second order derivative. So again differentiate with respect to x. So its derivative second will be d2y upon dx2 d upon dx of 1 upon x log x. So this is the case of quotient of two functions, that is u upon v, d upon dx of u upon v, and this is equal to, according to formula, v into u dash, u into v dash. So this formula is to be applied here. So this its derivative will be x log x is whole square. Then here x log x into derivative of 1, that is u, minus time 1 into derivative of x log x. So this will equal to the second derivative x log x, and its 1 is constant, its derivative will be 0. So 0 will be here, minus time 1 into derivative of x log x. So this is the case of product of two functions. One is u, other is v. So if I say this is u, this is v. So product rule of differentiation will be applied here. So first function into derivative of second, that is 1 upon x, plus second function into derivative of first, that is 1 upon x log x its whole square. So this will be 0 minus time 1 here, plus log x upon x log x its square. So that means d2y upon dx2 is equal to minus time 1 plus log x upon x log x its square. So in this way, the second order derivative of the given function can be calculated. So next question is to find the second order derivative of, question is, if it is 16th question says if e raised power y into x plus 1 is equal to 1, we have to show that d2y dx2 equals to dy upon dx its whole square. So this question is 16 of the exercise 5.7. To prove this result, value of e raised power y x plus 1 is given as 1. So to solve this, it is exponential function, so apply log to both sides. If I apply log, so log of e raised power y into x plus 1 will equal to log of 1. Now this is log m into n, and log m into n is log m plus log n. So I can write this as log of e power y log of x plus 1. This is log 1. Now this exponent can be written as y into log of e plus log of x plus 1. This is log of 1. So log of e, its value is 1, and log of 1, it is 0. So I can write y into 1 plus log x plus 1 equal to log, instead of log 1, I can write 0 here. So that means y plus log x plus 1 equals to 0, or y equal to minus time log of x plus 1. So now after simplification, I can differentiate this. So its differentiation will be dy upon dx equal to d upon dx of minus log of x plus 1, and this will equal to dy upon dx, derivative of log x, it is 1 upon x, this will be minus time 1 upon x plus 1. So this is the value of first order derivative. Now I have to prove this result. For proving this result, I will have find its second derivative. So again, differentiate with respect to x both sides. So this will be d2 upon dx2 and d upon dx of minus 1 upon x plus 1. So here the quotient rule of derivative is to be applied. So this will equal to x plus 1 its whole square. Here x plus 1 into derivative of 1 minus times 1 into derivative of x plus 1. So this is the second order derivative. This will equal to x plus 1. Here the derivative of 1 and 1 is constant, it is 0. So this whole term will become 0 and minus derivative of 1 into minus is outside, this minus derivative of x, it is 1 and derivative of 1 is 0 here. X plus 1 whole square in the denominator. This will be equal to minus and minus, it will be plus 1 x plus 1 its whole square. That means d2y upon dx2 equals to 1 upon x plus 1 whole square. Now this I can write as minus times x plus 1 its whole square. Now this is the value of dy upon dx. So instead of this I can write dy upon dx its whole square. So that means d2y dx2 is equal to dy upon dx its whole square. And this result was to be proved in this way. This is to be solved. So the next question is question number 15. Question says, if y equals to 500 times e raised to power 7x plus 600 times e raised to power 7x, then we have to prove d2y dx2 equal to 49 times y. So this is simple question. You have to find the second derivative. That is, this function is to be differentiated 2 times. Now here we are given y is 500 times e7x, 600 times e minus 7x. So this function is given, it is exponential type function. So if I differentiate with respect to x, dy upon dx equal to d upon dx of 500 e7x, 600 e minus 7x. Now this will equal to, I can take 500 outside and derivative of e raised to power 7x plus this 600 can also be taken outside. So d upon dx of e raised to power 7x. So derivative of e raised to power 7x is equal to e raised to power 7x into derivative of 7x, that is 7. That is 7 into e raised to power 7x, and derivative of e raised to power minus 7x is equal to e raised to power minus 7x into minus 7, that is minus time 7 into e raised to power 7x. So here this is 500 and 500 times e raised to power 7x into 7 plus into minus, this will be 600. So 600 into e raised to power 7x into minus 7. So this will be 3500 e raised to power 7x. Now this will be minus 4200 e raised to power 7x. So this is the value of dy upon dx, and this is 3500 e raised to power 7x minus time 4200 e raised to power 7x. Now the second order derivative I have to find. So again differentiate with respect to x both the sides. So this will be d2 y upon dx2, and derivative of both d upon dx of 3500 e raised to power 7x minus 4200 e raised to power 7x. So this will equal to, this is constant, I can take outside d upon dx of e raised to power 7x minus time 4200 d upon dx of e raised to power 7x. So this will equal to, now 700 this 7 into 335, this will be 245. So I can write it as 24500 e raised to power 7x, and plus here 4200 into 7, 294. So here I will have 294 into e raised to power 7x. So 2 zeros here and e raised to power 7x. Now from here I can take 49 as common factor. So if I take 49 outside, so inside I will have e raised to power 7x and e raised to power minus 7x here. So this will equal to 49. This is the value of y. So here will be 500 time. So correction here, I have taken 49 outside. So inside 500 time e raised to power 7x, and here 600 e raised to power 7x. Now this is the value of y. So if I substitute here value of y, so this will be 49y. That means d2y dx2 equal to 49y, and this was to be proved. So in this way, this question number 15 is to be solved. So only one question is left, that is question number 16. last question of this exercise. Question says, if it is a 14 ball, if y equals to a e raised to power mx plus b e raised to power mx, and you have to show d2y dx2 minus m plus n into dy upon dx and plus mn into y. This is equal to 0. This result we have to prove. So this is a bit lengthy question. Here we are given y equal to a e raised to power mx and b e raised to power nx. Exponential function type of function it is given. I have to find the value dy upon dx and d2y upon dx. These two values. The value of y, it is already known to me. So if I substitute value of y here, value of dy upon dx here, and d2y upon dx to here, so my result will be out. So first differentiate with respect to x. So this will be dy upon dx. I say that this is equation number first. So this will be d upon dx of a e raised to power mx, b e raised to power nx, and this will equal to, this is constant a d upon dx of e raised to power mx. Again d is constant, it can be taken outside. D upon dx of e raised to power nx, and this will equal to e raised to power mx a into e raised to power mx, and derivative of mx, it will be m, plus b time e raised to power nx into n. So this is the value of dy upon dx. I can say this is m a e m x and b e n x. So this is the value of dy upon dx, and this is m a e m x and b e n x. Let this be as equation second. So value of dy upon dx is known to me. I can substitute here. Now I need the value of d2y upon dx too. So for this, I again differentiate with respect to x both the sides of equation second. So this will d2y dx2 equals to d upon dx of m a e m x and b raised to power n x. So its derivative will be m a, they are constant. So m and a as constant, they can be taken outside. E raised to power mx. Same way n b, they are constant, they can be taken outside, and derivative of e n x, and this will equal to m a into e raised to power m x into derivative of m x, it will be m, and same way n b e raised to power n x into n. So this will finally equal to m square a e m x n square b e n x. So this is the value of d 2y dx2. So its value I have found m square a e raised to power mx n square b e n x. So that is the equation third. So all the three values I have found. Now next step is to substitute these values in this equation. So if I take left hand side of this equation, so I have taken left hand side and simplify these terms. So this will be the value of equation third. So I can write m square a into e raised to power mx plus n square b into e and x. This I have substituted the value of d 2y upon dx. Then minus sign m plus n. The value of dy upon dx is also known to me, so I substitute the value of dy upon dx, that is m a e m x plus n b e m x. Then plus mn. The value of y, it is known to me. I can substitute a e m x plus b e raised to power n x. So I have substituted all the values. Now simplification. I have to simplify this, and the answer of all these terms will be 0. So this will be m square a e m x n square b e raised to power n x. Now I have to multiply these terms, so there will be 4 terms. M multiplied by this m square a e m x, the first term. The second term will be m n b e raised to power n x. The third term will be m n a e raised to power m x, and the last term will be m square b into e raised to power n x. So these are the 4 terms obtained by multiplying, and here if I multiply m n a e raised to power mx plus m n b e raised to power n x. So these are the total 8 terms I have: m square a e m x, n square b e n x minus time m square a e m x minus time m n b e raised to power n x minus time m n a e m x plus n square b raised to power e n x, and the last 2 terms m n AEMX and MNDENX. So these are the total 8 terms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So after simplification I have 8 terms with me. Now let us see what these 8 terms give. So the first term is m square. So here m square AEMX. This is positive and this is negative. So out of 8, 2 terms are cancelled. Then n square, here n square, B E and X, B and EX. This is positive, this is negative. So they will cancel. N square. Then MN, negative, MN, positive, so they will cancel, and this term cancel, so whole the terms are cancelled, and my answer is 0, and that is this is equal to right hand side. So left hand side is equal to right hand side. So this proves the result. So this was a lengthy question. So in this we finish the exercise 5.7. So only one exercise is left, that is 5.8. So tomorrow I am going to take this 5.8 exercise. There are 7 to 8 questions in this exercise. Before I solve these questions, there are main 2 theorems. They are important theorems. Number 1 is Rolle's theorem, and number 2 is mean value theorem. So first I will make clear these 2 theorems, then afterward I will take exercise. So for today this is sufficient. So for tomorrow the next exercise will be taken. Till then it is okay.